You landed on the lander.
Hello?
Okay. Hi up there.
What?
How's it going?
Birthing pod is swaying slightly.
Let me help you out here. You actually landed on the lander.
Oh no!
Yeah.
That was the lander's head.
Oh dear.
I
bye.
can't. It's gonna be hard for me to get back to my birthing pod. That's not gonna be a problem, is it?
Well, just don't die. The important thing is that you left your snacks and water in there. Let me see if I can get this thing off here.
Ooh.
You know what? Don't worry. I've got a solution for this. We'll put some frames in here and we'll put some ladders and you'll be able to get up to it. We'll worry about that later. Specifically when you're dying of food and thirst. So this is Josh Nebb's second attempt at playing Stationeers.
Yes, I am Josh
we started out on normal.
Version 2.
Yeah, we started out on normal, and he made it longer than I expected before I'd have to change the difficulty to easy. I have to give you credit. I didn't think you'd make it that long/far. So as you can see, I've already built most of what we...
They indicate that I suffocated repeatedly?
Something like that. Specifically, you tried to eat and drink, and it didn't work out. It happens, you know?
Well, you know, figuring
Living
out
is
the difference
hard.
between the esophagus and the... You know what, I am not going to explore the anatomy of a pod person, so, it would take too long to explain to you. So, I'm back!
And I don't really care about your anatomy, you subhuman species. Anyways, xenophobia aside. So, now that you have the basics of the controls there, let's see how much you remember across from pod versions.
I do recall that there are controls, and I have some duct tape.
Yeah.
Duct tape! The solution to all problems!
I'm kind of disappointed, because I was hoping that you were you would have died because of, you know, a hole in your suit, because you yeeted yourself off. That doesn't happen as often in this game anymore. It's kind of a shame. We need to die more by yeeting.
What is this phrase you keep using? Yeet?
Yeeting?
To yeet? Being yeeted?
Yeeted,
is it a verb?
Yes.
I don't understand this hip, young slang that you are referring to.
Don't worry, I don't either. I just repeat it. Like everyone else.
Alrighty then.
Don't worry, pod person. You'll eventually pick up on the context of the human. You could have at least been Data, you know. What I would have given for Data.
I'm not Data.
It would have been nice.
From my records, Data was
useful.
Awesome.
Data was awesome.
He couldn't use conjunctions, though.
I do not understand.
I suppose in that regard I am superior.
Well, we'll see about that. If I have to choose between conjunctions and actually getting something done in game, I'll choose the conjunction issue.
By my calculations, I am 2% superior.
Okay, so we're already caught up to where we left off pretty much in our first, you know, where you died.
No!
As I said,
not yet. You still have to use your many tools to turn this piece of metal into a functional thing.
Yes, and I forgot the sheets. Alright, so let me teach you the ultimate lesson in this game. Normally, on the moon, what I would do is I would disconnect the chest from the lander. Okay, so I could drag it over here and then I don't have to keep running back to the lander. However, this is Mars. Mars gets storms. And on Mars, these storms are not good at all. Specifically, it will blow stuff away. Right, it's cable first, then plastic sheets. You know, this is only like the millionth time I'm going to be constructing this thing in my life. Alright, there we go. So, one thing I like... So, once again, you know, the key thing is that as long as this version remembers how to mine, that's a good start. That's a good start. Let's talk about how you don't get lost so that you can... I know I should teach you this first, because otherwise you're gonna wander off, you're gonna get lost, you're gonna die, and... Well, that'll be the end of the series.
You keep using. You keep saying lost. What does that mean?
Well, let me put it to you this way. Turn your flashlight off. Do you know where I am?
Yes.
Because of the little green lights. Now, let me ask you this. Do you see the platform still? Do you still see the platform?
Yes, I do.
Really? What do you have your gamma set at? My word.
A positive 1,000.
Okay, so let me show you what I mean by lost here. Let me get this set up so that we don't get lost.
I have noticed that my helmet does not have a map on it.
Yeah, no such thing.
No
so
such thing.
If you look in your backpack, all right, so number 4, you'll see that there's a handheld tablet. And I actually called it the right thing this time, everyone. Look at that.
I see.
The handheld tablet.
Be misinterpreted as a tablet, yes.
It's orange. Let me teach you another quick thing. I don't use this technique because I mastered the controls. But if you hold down left alt, you can use it unlocks your mouse to where you can click on stuff and drag stuff. That might help you. So if you hit R while holding your handheld tablet, you'll open up the tablet's back, basically. And you'll see there's a battery and an empty cartridge slot. There's a tracker in there. Take your tracker chip from your backpack there and put it in there. There's a cartridge that you can put in there. Do that, and then right-click to turn it on, and you'll see that there's a tracking beacon that's been set up.
Okay, there is a tracking beacon that tells me that this is home.
Yep. Now, let me let you in on a little secret about this game. This game does not have infinite loading. If you go a little ways out that, if you keep going out that way, eventually you won't be able to see the platform anymore. That's going to be your way to get back home.
Okay, my tracker currently shows a distance of ?
That's because I turned off the tracker so that we don't waste the battery in it.
Okay, so it's powered.
We don't need the... I'm going to store my network analyzer. I'm just doing a little bit of inventory management here because there's some things that I want to have on my person and some things I don't need to have on my person at this time. So let's put the frame... Alright. There we go. We're all set here for me there. I've got my basic loadout there where I've got my Atmos analyzer, I've got the tracker inside there. Later on, you can get something that's going to help you see what ore is underneath you and where ore is to make it easier for digging. Alright, so that's what we got to transition to here. So get out your mining belt. We're going to go do some digging. Okay, turn on the tracker so that we don't get lost. There is some ore, I think, over in this direction. The previous start was a better start, if I'm being honest with you. At least on Mars, we aren't having the frosting issue on our helmets.
So what are we looking for right now?
Ore. Preferably iron and copper. Okay, over here's some iron ore. Yeah, this is iron ore. So, yeah, go ahead and just start, hoovering that up there.
Us pod people are known for our hoovering skills.
I hoover better than Hoover did. And he was elected president, he was so good.
Oh my.
Now be careful because sometimes they'll hit like caves and stuff. Oh wow, we've got a ton of ore. All right. Wow. Look at how much ore we have. Wow, okay, this is a good start for that iron ore that we just picked up. I forgot we're playing on easy difficulty, so you get more ore out of it. We don't need any more iron for a little while. That's a lot of iron ore. Alright, now go ahead and turn... Now, let me ask you this. Which way's the base?
This way.
Do you have your tablet out? Is that how you know?
Nope. I'm just following the holes I made in the ground.
Oh, well, that works also, I suppose.
Us pod people know where we're going at all times.
I'm glad to hear that. Okay, so let's turn off the tracker here. Let me turn my light back on. So you'll notice. Let me explain kind of what I have here since we have some time before sunrise. So this is the solar panel. It's not going to capture a lot because it's only going to generate electricity pretty much when the sun is somewhat overhead there. It's going to reach peak efficiency. So if you hover over it, you'll see that it says how much it's generating in watts, what its efficiency is, and what its health is, okay? So these solar panels can take damage, alright?
Ooh. So don't just jump on them.
Well, no, that's the storms. It's not going to be so much of an issue here, really. So the sun's starting to come up, but as you can see, the efficiency is basically if the sun is directly overhead, we will have 100% efficiency, and this will generate 500 watts of power, okay? But if the sun is not directly overhead, we're not going to be generating, 500 watts of power there. Okay, I just realized we have a problem here.
What's that?
Well, we could, when the first storm comes, we could lose this fuel tank.
Okay, that's bad.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get...
Is there a way to store it more safely?
Yes, there's something we can do real easily that can store some stuff so we don't lose stuff. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take... Let's keep it somewhat safely away, actually. Oh, this is a... Oh, shoot, I've just picked up 2 things of walls. Oh, shoot, that was stupid. Make sure you turn off your flashlight, sun's up. See, if you hit free, there's under life support, that's a battery. You need to keep that up, otherwise your suit will run out of power and you'll die.
Okay.
I feel like every sentence in this game ends in, or you'll die.
Or you'll die.
Or you'll die.
At least it's consistent.
Do I have it on again? Yeah, I had it on. So what we can do, it's gonna be they give us a little bit of a break there, but I'm gonna place a platform down here. Actually, that platform alone... I want to make sure I grab it properly. That platform alone might be able to keep it safe if it's in here like this. I don't think it's going to blow out, but... Yeah, then we don't need to use the walls. Basically, what we could do is we could place some walls around it so that it doesn't blow away. It's in a container.
Question for you.
I'll try to answer it.
What is in this fuel tank?
Fuel. Okay, so allow me to explain. I'd love to give you a definitive answer. We refer to it as H2.
H2, okay.
But it's not technically H2. Well, it's not just hydrogen. That's the problem. Technically, what you have in there is a mixture of volatiles and oxygen. Alright? Volatiles is an ice form that you can find. The problem is that it's not truly H2 in there. The issue is that we know this for fact in the game that even though that it's referred to as being H2 in the game and you use it to make water, it's not just H2 because of the combustion. Anyways, now that the sun's up, we gotta get back to building here, so...
Sorry, I was asking stupid questions.
No, it was a very good question, actually. That is actually a very good question, because we think it's there's also some methane in there, and some form, because of what ends up getting put out there. So, because hydrogen would burn cleanly, there would be no pollution, but that generates pollution, so therefore, it can't just be hydrogen. That's the issue. So, let me show you how to change the battery in your suit there. It's probably at about 66% or so. Every day, you're gonna...
Where do I see
Yeah,
that?
it's under life support. It's number
life
3,
support.
and then
Number 3. Okay, I have a battery that is at 73%, yes.
Oh, yeah, yours is much better than mine. Alright, so what you want to do is you want to swap it for the fresh one there. So pick up that battery. And hit F to swap them out. You know, don't remove one and then put the other in or anything like that. That's not good. That won't end.
Okay.
Boy, did I locate this solar panel poorly. Oh boy, this is... You know, the solar panel is going to be blocked by the tower somewhat. Oh, joy. Alright, well, it's now starting to generate some electricity. So if you come over here... Josh Nebb, this is I know you want to mine. It's the easiest thing in the game.
I got distracted.
I still have to teach you what all the ores are. And you don't want to just dig into a mountain. That doesn't work, unfortunately. See how this is flashing blue-green?
I see flashing lights, yes.
That means that the battery is charging, alright? If I were to disconnect the... Now, if the power goes out here, it would flash blue-red. That means that the battery's discharging, alright? And this is what's called an area power controller. I'm only going to call it an area power controller once. For now on, it's APC. You got a power switch there. This does a couple of things. First, it acts as a power switch. Second of all, it acts as a way of using the battery there to generate, you know, to charge the battery or discharge the battery. Oh, shoot, I did this wrong. Oh, what was I thinking here? This is not right. This is very wrong.
It looks like you just have it tied in as an input?
Yes, right now it's an input. Right now it's taking power from the solar panel and it's charging the battery. This side here is the output. And so what we want to do is we want to take it like so. Working. Yeah. Well, I don't have these machines on. So what we want to do is we want to smelt some of that iron ore we collected.
Okay, let me see. I have some in my pack.
Later on, we're going to have to use a really funny thing called a furnace, not an arc furnace. So we're going to turn it on, and I'll let you push the button there to turn, to activate it. Big red button. No, you turned it off.
Other big red button.
Yep, big red button. And now it's going to smelt that down and turn into iron ingots. Okay? Okay. So yeah, you generally want to run your smelter during the day when you're using sun. Yeah, that solar panel has to. The first priority is to get the other two machines. The second priority, well, we kind of have some priorities. So the next thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to find copper because we need copper to make stuff. Here's more iron. So if you follow me, I'll quickly give you a guide over what all the ores are. That way you can spot them. So by the lander where you just were, you saw some black stuff jutting out of the ground. That's coal. Behind you was oxide.
Oxide.
Oxide is oxygen, and I think there's some nitrogen in there. This is iron. This is silicon. We need that. This is silicon, right? Sometimes it's hard to tell silicon apart from ice. At least for me.
I found some gold. That is not as useful as I had hoped.
Yeah, that was silicon. Gold is needed. So I'll go ahead and mine some gold. As I said, we're looking for
ice.
Basically, we grabbed a lot of iron there. I mean, we were really lucky with the iron.
Okay.
That, and I forget that we're on easy, so you get more out of your ore there. Thank you for telling me the summer sale's on right now. I didn't notice. Okay, that was a very pathetic vein of gold there. Oh, it's running this way. Oh. Sometimes the spacing between the ores is a nightmare to navigate. Here we go. Here's the gold. I forgot how much nicer easy mode is. Now imagine being one of the people who love playing on hard mode. It's just, oh, now it's iron. We do not need more iron. I'm also going to show you at some point how to make a ton of steel. I mean, an absolute ridiculous amount of steel.
Okay.
For that, we need some oxite and some volatiles. Now, something to note, oxite is...
Copper!
Oh, good, finally. Oxite is an ice, right?
Right.
So during the day, you don't want to pull it out because it will melt.
Oh.
So you'll lose your oxite. Yeah.
I mean, that's good to know, at least.
Wow, we're getting such terrible veins. I was going to say terrible the entire time there. I didn't at all change it last minute there.
Absolutely terrible.
Yes, it's really terrible.
Oh, it's alright. There are worse things.
Well, I try to keep the channel clean as much as possible. And then I invite you and
I
Kat
do
on,
apologize.
and just,
It goes sideways so fast.
It turns rather pear-shaped, don't it?
Just a little.